Riddle me this. If a narrow body Challenger looks good, clearly, such as this one, is it not safe to assume that a wide body Challenger looks better? And again, clearly, this does, in my opinion, look better. So if that's the case, does that not mean a Liberty Walk wide body is the best? I figured we should talk about that. There are a few things that you have to understand when you go Liberty Walk. You're going to have to cut your fenders. I do believe it's pretty much a prerequisite that you're going to end up bagging your vehicle. The thing I love about it is literally the aesthetics. When compared to the traditional or OEM wide body, the OEM looks great because, as you saw on my last vehicle, Vader, which I'll include a clip, I went with the Vicrez wide body kit and it looked stock. And again, there's something about that wide body. But when you see the flares on the Liberty Walk, especially when it's lower too, oh, it's a whole different beast. And then when you're looking at your vehicle from the back, it's just, the fenders are massive. And then because you're going to have wider tires, it just looks menacing. Front stance, back stance, side, it's always going to be, you know, those head turning moments where, oh my gosh, what was that? Now, here in the area that I'm at, I've only seen one other Liberty Walk, and I love that. You see plenty of wide bodies and they all look great, but the Liberty is just a whole different beast. I did not put this kit on myself. I didn't even have it installed myself. I bought this car with it already on there. As soon as I saw it, it was pretty much over for Vader, as much as I loved her, and I did all the work to Vader myself. I installed the kit, everything myself, which is in the video where it's comparing pre-wide body and post-wide body. But when I put them side by side, which I'll have a picture of when I saw it on the dealership, it was a wrap. It was a wrap. And then all of the engine work that I wanted to have done to Vader was already done to this one. But what I did not like about the previous owner, well, actually, I'll just put a little clip here. One of the things that I do not like about the owner who had Ghost before me is that when he had or she had the Liberty Walk installed, for whatever reason, they were using screws that would rust. I'm in the process now of replacing them with stainless steel, but I just took one off. He snapped right in half. Where is that screw? Look at this. Right in half. So again, when you're putting these on, anything that's going to be in the elements, use stainless steel, because otherwise it's just not going to look good. So outside of that, I have had no problem. Now I had to stop myself as I'm editing this because that's not 100% true. Actually, when I first got Ghost or purchased Ghost, anytime I try to make a left or right turn, there was an extreme amount of wear on the tires, because with it being deep dish wheels, no matter what radius I was turning left or right, it kept scraping up against the fender. So what you see now is where I go in and actually cut it out. Well, shaved it down so it doesn't look as good as it did, but it's functional. And I don't have to worry about dang near ripping off my fender anytime I make a left or right turn. There we go, a little bit better. Now, I did this because the wheels kept scraping, and so it was easy for me to just go ahead and cut these parts and shave it down so I can turn without all that noise and nonsense. Now, I do not know how long this kit was installed on the car before I purchased it, and I can see that there is wear and tear. So eventually I will get another Liberty kit as far as just the fenders, and then I'll reinstall them, you know, have it painted, reinstalled, the whole nine. I can't say anything bad about this kit. It just looks great. The bolts on the front, you're going to, well, what I did was use the just, you know, regular bolts and then the screw on the back. Now, some people put a piece of, you know, like the door protectors or the little rubber seal around the door so you don't hit somebody else's car. Some of them actually put that around the fenders. When I first purchased the car, the previous owner had black around it. It looked cool at first, and then I just got sick of it because it kept trying to peel off. So what you saw me doing when I was purposing all of the bolts was taking all that off, cleaning it, and then putting everything back on so it looks a lot more clean. Would I recommend someone getting a Liberty versus maybe a Vicrez? If you have I'll just say a narrow body Challenger, would I recommend it? It depends on the person. It literally does. So do you want that more aggressive look and you're going to end up cutting up your car? Or would you prefer the OEM look? Now, when I did mine, I did not cut the fenders on the other Challenger. I had to go with smaller tires, front and back, as far as the height of them, because every little bump I was scraping. Now, if I would have went ahead and cut it, I wouldn't have had that problem. And in this vehicle, it has been cut up, and the only time I have a problem is when I lower the ride and then I'm driving and I might hit something and then I'll hear it. So typically I just try to ride at a higher level versus looking lower. If I'm at a car show or just kind of chilling around a parking lot or just showing off, then sure, I'll lower it down and that looks beautiful. But outside of that, no. Tires are expensive and I don't feel like just constantly tearing them up. So you're going to have to cut your fenders, and because of the width of everything, you're going to end up getting wider wheels. Now, mine are deep dish, and they are, as you see, very, very deep. It's a very dope look. I enjoy it, but I love the look of the Demon wheels. Oh, and then the original, not the Hellcat wheels that have the long line and the spokes out, but it's basically a 5-star. They're the devil's rims. Yeah, the devil rims. I love that look on any Challenger. Again, I mean, this is a quick video. I just wanted to let you know what I think of the Liberty Walk kit and if it's for you. And hopefully you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed the walk around of the vehicle, and Ghost and I will say peace. If you like the content, smash that, hit that, like, comment, share, and I'll say peace.